Hey folks, it's Crash and welcome back to another
Good start.
welcome to a Luigi Matchup Chart. We're gonna do an offline matchup chart, and this is based entirely off of my experience and my opinions. I will answer every question. I will give reasoning as to why I think each character belongs in each category. And yeah, let's get it. So this will be a +2. This will be a +1. This will be +0. This will be -1, and this will be -2, even though I don't think a character like Luigi has any -2s. So I'm going to go ahead and do this instead. I'm going to make this an orange color or
I
blue
think
here.
he has a couple minus twos, maybe like two, but that's it.
I don't think he has any -2s. That's bullshit.
Mm. You could just write even for -0, but you know.
Luigi top 15, yeah. Do Greninja first? Yeah, sure. I think Greninja is... Used to think it was here, but I think it's here. This is a... Hold on. On the Future Smash 2024 MU chart. This is the year 2024. So, starting off with Greninja, it's even. Greninja's pretty fast. Could edge guard Luigi with back air. And has Shuriken in neutral, and he could pretty much confirm Luigi with down tilt up smash. I don't know if taking him to battlefield is the right move. Like I think it's dependent on the Greninja. Because when I played Ripka, I was fine with going Battlefield, even though I don't really like Battlefield against Greninja. It was fine. Greninja overall, like yeah, the only things Greninja has better in the matchup is his speed and somewhat his ability to edge guard with back air and if Luigi goes low. But Greninja being a fast faller proves beneficial for comboing. Light means good kill power as well. We don't struggle with killing. Juggle is not really hard for us either. We could simply just down B. And Greninja, thankfully, has little to no out of shield options, which means we can mash on him simply. If we get close, we do neutral air, even though neutral air best max a perfect neutral air, which will not really be done in a match, is -5. So if we could just like simply nair up in Greninja's face, then he's not going to really have decent out of shield option to really deal with it. And Luigi is fast too, so it's going to be like in his excellent frame data makes it hard to react, anyways. So the water off stage, yeah, is also a part of it, Mr. Readyman. The back air and the water. But other than
Correct.
that, I think this matchup is not that terrible. I used to think so, but the meta grows, so does the opinion.
I agree. I think I actually played Chowder. It might have been. I don't know. I played a Greninja, or no, I played Guts. I think, but it was some Greninja at Wave Dash, and he beat me, and I didn't really know the matchup, and I got really convinced it was -1. But now that I know it, and like feel like I don't really feel like any Greninja I've ever met would make me freak out anymore. That just tells me it's an even matchup to me. Like in terms of just like what the character's capable of, I feel like a lot of it is. I feel like there's not a lot of true setups that are like worth doing on Luigi, other than obviously the kill confirms. Which means I feel like a lot of what Greninja has to do is just like play like a B word for the sensory here, but and then just off stage is off stage. But I think once, yeah, like you said, once Luigi gets in, I think mashing is not the worst thing to do against him because he doesn't have great out of shield and his dash back is pretty it's fine, but it doesn't like scare me anymore. It's something where you can kind of just run away.
Should I write it like
You can
this?
be
Sorry to interrupt, but
situation.
should I, instead of saying +2, +1, should I write heavy advantage, slight advantage, even,
Even. Yeah.
and slight disadvantage? And then, yeah, I'll write it like this.
Yeah. We could do Min Min next, since Peckham just came into the chat. I'd be down.
Oh, what's up, Peckham?
Hi, Key. Just gonna say it. Think the matchup's even.
Yeah,
Yep.
I always thought it was here, but welcome to
Oh yeah, me
2000,
too.
welcome to 2024. Uh, let me think about my reasoning here because Peckham might be tilted right now. So Min Min, big, heavy character, very easy to combo, very easy to zero death. Thankfully, if Min Min was like, for example, Zero Suit Samus or Ness level combo, then full on disadvantage all day. However, that's one reason. Ledge Trap is also like very favorable. Min Min doesn't have very fast, very quick like out of like a ledge game like disadvantage to get out. She can normally just like double jump and do an arm before grabbing ledge, and then in that case we're able to ledge trap her. She cannot really drop down and do an aerial, so ledge trap is definitely good for us. But ledge trap is also good for her as well. It's more favorable for her than us. But I could say we can make it pay off if we do it right. Uh, she cannot edge guard us, thankfully. Only Let's Trap. She cannot juggle us as well, thankfully. Neutral is a pretty big pain as well. Neutral is really hard, but I think there's a thing that you could do that if you Zair, like one of her arms won't come out. It's gonna clank and like her arm will cancel out, I think. I'll have to look into it more, but this matchup is basically just all about who is more patient and not really falling into the pressure of Min Min with her arms and not being angsty. Because if you get angsty, Min Min's gonna have a much easier time. So that's one thing. And also, if Min Min is in disadvantage, that's also like other than Let's Trap, like juggle and like off stage is also somewhat in our favor. I think Let's Trap is more in our favor than off stage. I don't know if that's true, but I just make my Let's Trap count.
Right.
And advantage phase, we combo heavy, very easy to combo, as I've already mentioned. It's just neutral and ledge trap is the hard part. But I think if you stay super patient and not get desperate and figure out patterns, mix up your game, and use Zair to clank. Like I think Neutraler could also clank too, but I'm not sure how consistent that is. Gaga
Nuclear
also,
can crank as well.
yes.
You can also technically use down air. I've seen Rarikun use weak hit of down air to clank with the arm. It's honestly pretty good because if you down air the arm, you can Zair the second arm. The only one I think, well, actually no, I think it does clank with Megawatt. I don't know. Peckham might know better than me. I actually don't know for sure, but I
Gaga
think
always tells
Zair.
me to parry it though, but like,
Oh
which
yeah,
might
for
be
sure.
right, which could be right. I don't know, but like I said, dash shield is the safest, and like you could also simply just let me bring up a PS2 home Pokemon's Stadium 2.
Yeah, Peckham, let me know if Zair clanks with Megawatt. I
So
actually don't remember, but I
look
think
over
it
here.
does.
So let's say Min Min is in this spot, right, and then Luigi's right here. Min Min arm can reach like pretty much if Min Min's under this platform, it could reach like from this PS2, this white area, almost the end. So the best thing for Luigi to do is if he wants to go in, he's gonna have to play in the air, like full hop and such, and mix up his landings. Platforms are to help, and also if he doesn't want to do that, he could simply just play in this area. Luigi could dash in and dash right out here, stay right out of the arm range. I think you gotta understand the arm range. So you see, Min Min's here, it reaches all the way here, so Luigi stands right here.
Yeah, I think I haven't tried this or experimented it much, but I really think the Rarakun strategy is legit. Like down airing into Zair on Clank on the second arm is really good, I think, because it just I don't think it's so good for getting in. I think it's good for closing the distance to create a situation where Min Min then has to make a decision and you either play the rock paper scissors correctly and get in or not. But I think the dare Zair would, you know, help at least kind of close some of the distance and you can just kind of inch forward and then at some point play that burst range neutral.
And usually Minions like to get out of the ledge, out of the corner by full hopping and neutral being or naring with the megawatt. So that's something like an obvious
I
Min
think
habit that can
also
be
Min Min getting off a
exploited.
platform is not that easy against Luigi. Or if it is easy for her, we're not playing it the right way. Because I feel as though I feel like Min Min should struggle versus Luigi getting off a platform if Luigi's under it. I don't see why that would be in her favor or how it could be in her favor. I could be tripping, but I think we need to find a way to abuse that position better because I don't really see a lot of Luigi's abuse the platform versus her. They just kind of try to like use the platforms to go around her arms, which I mean only does so much. It's not really a consistent game plan.
All right, well, so that's Min. What else we got?
Banjo and Kazooie. Um,
Banjo and Kazooie. From my experience, I haven't fought too many banjos, but I understand a few things.
I have like 20 or 30 hours in the matchup probably with Scott and a couple other banjos from Connecticut. I would say
I think this matchup is low-key favorable for us.
I think it is, but I think it's one of those matchups where it could either be even or slight advantage, and neither are wrong. I think it's just a personal preference kind of matchup. My opinion, I think it's slight advantage. Or sorry, I think it's even. But a lot of banjos will say it's slight advantage. I think it's even only because if Banjo plays the clock really hard, it's not that he necessarily wins the matchup more. It's just it makes it incredibly inconvenient for us to like consistently get in. And when we do get in, we still might not get everything we need. If they play with whatchamacallit, if they play with the egg drop correctly, they could like hold on to a grenade. So if we get in, they can just explode both of us. Like good banjo players will do that. They'll bait with the pigeon neutral B and then they'll grab the egg as we're about to go in and then they just explode. It's kind of like snake player tech, but it's more annoying because Banjo acts out of it first. So you just get like forward aired, back aired if you're facing the wrong way or something. So,
I think
but you know,
Banjo down tilt is also just good in the matchup as well. I don't know
very
if
easy to two frame.
I don't know if yeah, it's he could two frame us with that. I don't know if it clanks with Zair. Maybe it does. I think every grounded move does.
I go for high recovery. There, so down tilt with Banjo and forward tilt can two frame, and down tilt's like so incredibly easy to two frame on Luigi's up B. It's almost impossible to miss it actually if you do it right. Uh,
I mean, yeah, that's a high recovery. But let me
it's
tell you
high
what I
recovery.
think though. So high recovery
Yeah.
definitely. Advanced stage again. Banjo's pretty heavy, so that's pretty good for us. Zair downer will always work if he tries to go low. In the neutral game, it's just the egg and the bomb that's really the problem. That side B, like I'm not afraid of his side B. I'm not afraid of his aerials or that down tilt. Like I think we pretty much overwhelm Banjo. Like if you just know how to play around the egg, you can shield it, roll. You can also hit Banjo while he does like if he dashes back and does egg, he's in a lot of lag, which is a dash attack. And when you dash, like you also catch the egg simultaneously. And thanks to our incredible full hop distance, Banjo tries to up B like to get away from us. We could full hop and get him, and while we full hop and he tries to bomb, then we could catch the bomb. I I think two frame is just hard, and like neutral can be annoying if you don't know how to deal with egg and bomb. But other than that, like it's whatever. Like Banjo kind of like struggles to keep us away. Bayonetta, I think, or let's try
Oh
another
no, this
character. Let's try a
this is what I
different
was
one.
gonna say. If we go when we get to Bayo, that'll be that's an all day me talk about that matchup for sure.
I talk about that matchup. I talk
Well,
about
yeah,
these matchups.
you know,
Uh,
you know what I mean.
Fox is a heavy advantage, definitely.
Duh, definitely.
Probably our best matchup. Fox a fast faller. He gets comboed by anything. He gets edge guarded. He gets two friend. He has to approach the neutral. Like literally, I could do down tilt into up B in neutral against Fox and he'll die. Down tilt to up B in neutral. Fucking everything works on him. Fox is so like this matchup is atrocious. It's so bad. It's too bad. It's not even so bad. It's too bad. Like, oh my god, should I make a Fox category? Oh my god, dude. This matchup is so bad for Fox. I think it's worse like than Bowser. Like this is a +3. This is so bad. This matchup is so bad. It's so bad, bro. What do you think, ready, man?
For Fox, I
It's
mean, yeah,
so bad.
it's bad. It is bad. Like okay, I will say, I do think that Fox players are getting better at the matchup, but I don't think it's enough for me to say it's anywhere near doable, like at a top level. I think dead ass a big change in the matchup Fox players have started doing is they stopped doing full hop down air in neutral, and they've stopped double jumping a lot versus Luigi. But other than that, like the matchup is still relatively easy.
It's dude, this matchup is not doable. It's impossible. It's impossible. Dude, like the only thing Fox has is to shine Spike us off stage and Let's Trap. He has nothing else. He has nothing. He has to actually get lucky to win. That's the funny part. Oh, it's so funny. Okay. What else we got? Roy, I think is a slight advantage. Thank you. He's got a sword, but we've got a plunger. Uh, Fireball's there. I think that pretty much sums up the matchup. Fireball's there. Roy does not have a projectile. He has good aggression options, which if you go first against Luigi, that's technically good for us. Roy cannot camp Luigi, and if you try, then we Fireball Zare you. Like there's just no way. But Roy can be pretty overwhelming from time to time. He can. But I think that's that. Dr. Mario is also pretty easy. Just gotta know how to deal with full hop pill. Most docs want to full hop pill and then just like nair or like down air, just like land with an aerial. Uh, down throw down B. I don't think down throw down B works on DI out at higher percents. And Doc gets if Doc down B's off stage when we're trying to edge guard him, then it's over. It's 1-4 there. Slight advantage Roy. I think all sorties beat Luigi because they take stage control. I don't think so. No, I don't think all sorties beat Luigi. I think there's only one or two. Like it doesn't matter if they get stage control because like if they cannot simply edge guard Luigi or let's trap him like super adequately, like we should not lose neutral very often against Roy. Like Roy struggles against us in neutral and only has a let's trap game. But once we get off legends back to neutral, then that's when Roy has to work hard all over again just to get that advantage phase back. But we'll
Hmm.
discuss other stories as well. Like Roy has to really rely on spacing against Luigi. He messes up one time, it's over. Up B, down tilt out of parry, grab. We have a grab that kind of outranges him. That's the funny part. Doctor, as back to Doctor Mario though. Doctor Mario, Doctor Mario sucks, man. Like, I mean, this matchup is not even. If anyone disagrees with me on whether this matchup is even, I will run it for $100. Like, no, this matchup is
I
not fucking good
imagine
for you guys, or even.
literally not even. There's no. I think Doc players, I think Luigi players don't know how to deal with pill very
Yeah,
well.
just you gotta know how to play around pill. That's really it.
You literally just run on. You literally just run under it. Like literally just run. Like it's so freaking slow, and it's got like the most obvious arc. I swear to God, there's no way you mess it up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they'll just
If you
pill
do, it's
over
just
you.
because you don't know like that you can run under it. I get like the. I've said like three
Oh, that's polar.
times. Oh yeah, what's up?
That's
Three different
polar.
people I've told to like run under the pill, and their lives have become like 10 times easier. And they're like, "Wow, this matchup's actually fine."
Yeah, it's it's pretty good. Like, and you also gotta you can't disregard his ledge trap that much because he has neutral air that pretty much kills. He has a grab that covers neutral get up. He has good kill power, so that those should not be disregarded. Doc has those, but he has the worst disadvantage. Uh, his neutral is pretty predictable, and his advantage phase could mostly be cycloned out of it, I think. So yeah, this matchup is not fucking even. Don't try to convince me otherwise. Um. Oh, this one, Snake. I think Snake is even. Oh, maybe I could put. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay. All right. Featuring Polar the Ready Man. All right.
Of course, that's what you put. The snake, yeah. I don't.
Oh
I don't
wait,
have any
not
sort of
not
ability to talk
not
about
slight
this
advantage.
matchup.
This matchup
I
is
am
not
not.
advantage.
I'm so bad at this matchup, so I'll let you have the floor on that one completely.
I know a lot about this matchup. So when it comes to Snake, right? The Snake playstyles are very dependent on the players. Snake doesn't really have one playstyle that he could work with. He has numerous. But okay, let me get into the technical parts of Snake. So grenade explodes every 2.5 seconds. It's very important that as Luigi or just in general, but as myself, that you do not zone out when Snake is pulling out grenades. You have to be mindful as to when they explode or when they're about to explode, like when it's almost time. You have to uh, be mindful of their timings, and then um, by instinct you should already know what to do with them depending on when they're about to explode. Like when Grenade pulls a grenade and throws it out, you can just throw it back at him. But if he cooks it for 2 seconds and throws it at you, then you could roll, spot dodge, you could shield it, you could back away, you could full hop. That's when you have to dodge a grenade. So in those ways you could deal with a grenade. Another thing is under when you're on PS2 or on Smash Bros, you could crouch under when there's a C4 or grenade placed on the platform, on those platforms, not Battlefield because those are too low. You could crouch under that, and the explosions will not touch you when you crouch under the platforms. So that gives like somewhat of an easier approach option. Like I don't think approaching is the difficult part in this matchup because I don't even think you should approach in this matchup. This matchup is usually typical plan is just Fireball, yeah, Fireball. And another thing about Fireball is on the Battlefield platform. I don't know if this works on PS2. Like on the platform, when there's a grenade already placed on the platform, you buffer short hop Fireball, and the Fireball hits the grenade, it's gonna blow up immediately and add on to some kind of pressure. If Snake recover, is this being uploaded to YouTube? Yes. If Snake goes low with a Cipher, then it's done. You're done. It's one downer and it's over. High recovery, he has some kind of a chance. But at that case, like we just start neutral all over again. I don't think neutral is really a problem. I think the biggest problem is less trap. I don't even think it's offstage all that much because I can play around the Nikita. I can mix up my recovery. Less trap, like when he does up smash to force timings, then that's when it just becomes kind of hell. So I have to really like, what if I want to go for a high recovery to avoid Nikita? I have to pray for a misfire to avoid Let's Trap. But if I'm recovering, I'm not too worried about Nikita. I know how to play around it. Like I could just like with Nikita, let me pull up the thing. So like this is uh well this is not off stage, but let's pretend this is. So like when I'm drifting, this is off stage. Let's call this off stage. So I'm drifting and Snake pulls out Nikita. I'm gonna go down and then I'm gonna jump back and then side B because the Snake is gonna point Nikita to go down here, but he's not gonna anticipate that I'm gonna jump back. So that's one reason, one way you could mix up your recovery. Oops. So that's one thing. Neutral, it's all really fireable. It's about watching out for the surprise dash attack, down tilt. Down tilt has a lot of range, and just pretty much understanding how to pressure Snake as well when he's got a grenade, like thrown at you. You could throw it back at him. You gotta know how to play around the grenades. Focus, be mindful of the timings, and keep those, platform ideas in mind. So that's Snake. I don't think Snake is. I think Snake is pretty doable. It's just his only good thing is less trap, and it could be neutral for him if it's basically neutral is pretty much even. Hardest even shit. Nobody has to commit in that matchup. Nobody. And if they don't, then that's it. Just becomes like a game of chicken. All right. Up next, what else we got? I think Ike is even. That sword could outrange us. Uh, he could juggle us as well. Uh, and yeah, and when he wants to recover, he has that side B. But if he does do Nair on our shield, what is Nair actually? It's got me very curious. Mr. Ready, man, do you have any objections right now as to why I think this matchup is even?
Oh no,
Good.
not really. I think
It's right. It's only -5, but if they use it more and more and hit our shield with it more and more, then it's gonna stale.
I think the thing with this, I just played this matchup recently, with Mega and Grands of a local in Connecticut. It was game 10, really close set. I think the main thing was just it took me a while to catch on to how to punish Nair properly because it is safe, and I tried to like you can't really like something that a lot of Luigi's try to do, and I just had to figure out the hard way. You can't parry Nair. You can't punish Nair on parry,
Right.
even with jab, which is just ridiculous.
You don't want to parry
But
the Nair. That's right. You just want to shield
right,
it. You
exactly.
either want to
So
shield.
I think a lot of people get hit by Nair there, and then I think the matchup is even too because off stage is actually not as good for Ike as people think it is, and his recovery is actually pretty susceptible.
If he doesn't use side B, then yes. But when he uses side B, he has a chance. Like he could recover high. But I think to beat Ike is just to either keep your distance and stuff him out when he's in the air. We have, thanks to our frame data and our intangibility on our head and nose when we do up smash, we could anti-air him pretty easily and stuff him out in the air. So that's good for us. So stuffing out Ike
Mhm.
in the air, fireball to condition, and not getting hit by Nair and Fair. Like Ike's just really want to use his aerials in neutral. So like if he tries to land on you, that's good for us. And if he doesn't, it's fireballs there all over again. It could low key be an advantage for us. I don't know. I think it is actually. Now that I think about it. Because Ike does have a juggle game. Fireballs does the best neutral game against stories partially. Yes, I think so, yeah. Fireball's there and just like, gotta see if they're gonna land on you or not. I mean, for Ike, yeah, but Fireball's there for swords is pretty much the main way to go. And for Ike, I think Ike struggles in neutral. And Ike has a pretty good advantage as well, like with his juggle. That's about it. That's really it.
Bayo is even.
I disagree. I think Bayo Loki kind of loses that matchup.
No,
I
no
used
way.
to think it was here, and Luigi thinks it's here, and Godzilla thinks it's here.
Who do you think it's where?
Luigi thinks it's here.
Yeah, I mean it's either slight disadvantage or even 100%. 100%. There's no way Bale loses the matchup at all in any way.
I mean,
Trust me. Dude, trust
dude,
me on
I
that one.
just don't lose to Bayo. Like
You did until I taught you the matchup in the car for like 20 minutes. I swear to God,
dude,
you were gonna lose them again.
I beat Demon, I beat Lima, I beat Frog. Like,
Yes, using my game plan. You think I wasn't watching? Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Anyway,
dude,
the match
okay.
you can beat them, yes, but I'm just saying, Bayo does have the tools to keep the matchup even for sure.
I think
For
the only thing
sure.
Bayo has to keep the matchup, what you say even, is ABK. That's really about it. I
No,
think her
dude.
ABK is
Offstage is actually
really carrying
so
her.
good for Bayo. Offstage is so good. It's just Bayos don't do it right sometimes. The number of Bayos I've had to teach how to edgeguard my own character is ridiculous. It's like I swear to God, it's like
I don't think
Bayos.
offstage is too bad, especially when we have down special on our side and high recovery.
I promise you, it is. And high recovery is punishable. Bayos just don't know how to do it. They do it the wrong way, and then they get baited into getting cycloned. But it is punishable.
I low-key want you to run Bayo Luigi and try to edgeguard me as much as possible. It'll be never,
Sure,
because I have a
sure,
mastery of Luigi's recovery.
100% sure.
I know, dude. The thing is, my offstage game does not suffer at all. Like, I have a mastery of Luigi's recovery. I don't get edgeguard easily unless if it's like someone like Game
All right,
and
we gotta
Watch
move on.
or
Gotta move on. We're taking forever. We're taking forever. Bowser +2. Can we just move on? Do we even have to talk about it?
I don't think we do. Bowser's a super heavy. Yes, tough guy. He could two
Like
frame us.
he does have ledge trapping and he does have juggling, but that's about it. And both are not broken.
I don't think he has juggling. No, I just think he has just less trap
He
and two frame.
does. It's just not good, but a good player will do it right.
What if Bowser camps you though? Wouldn't it just be here then?
Yeah, you could argue that, but I think it's really okay. Let me put it this way: the better player will get the lead first, and that'll determine whether it's a heavy advantage or slight advantage. If Luigi has the lead, I think it's heavy advantage. If Luigi doesn't have a lead, it's still an advantage. But I think that's player to player and that's situation to situation. So on paper, the matchup should be +2.
The matchup is low-key unwinnable for Bowser. I think Junior is +1. That clown cart can be annoying, but with good timing, we could back here, or we could simply not play the interaction. If he does down B, he's in a lot of lag, so that gives us time to punish.
I think the
Uh,
matchup's even or slight advantage, so I don't disagree with you.
and another thing is when you hit Bowser Jr., like when he does up B and you hit him with a move that doesn't send as a tumble, like Luigi Coin, if you coin him when he does up B with strict timing, he just dies at 0%. Junior actually dies off stage if he up Bs and you hit him with a coin gimp. Like he can't do
Right.
anything. He's done. But if you can't do that, you could simply just Zare down tilt, or Zare down air. Uh, he does have a combo game on Luigi. You could juggle him, and that forward smash is you gotta watch out for that forward smash when he's less trapping. What else? But yeah, side B is really the only thing you gotta worry about, and even then side B is like you gotta treat it like Steve Minecart. Just either time it very well and punish, or just don't play the interaction at all. Junior sucks. Junior sucks. I think, okay, up next. I think Puff is a +1. Puff can really edgeguard Luigi, but that does not make the matchup horrible because we have other strengths such as neutral, the fact that Puff is heavy and has to play very carefully around us. Our frame data being a frame 6 backer, a frame 9 up smash, a frame 8 up special, a frame 3 neutral air that combos into down special. Our kill power is just too good on this little balloon. But Puff's offstage game cannot be disregarded, not at all. And you're probably wondering, why is the matchup not here if Puff can edgeguard Luigi? Why is it still here and not here?
Why, Mr. Kiarash? Why is it there and not an even?
Because that's really what that's all Puff has against Luigi. She does not have a juggle game. The less trap game is pretty cliche and mediocre. And it's basically like this. It's Puff is gonna pay with her life more if she makes a mistake than we do. That's the thing, because of how light she is and because of how good our frame data is. And we could also cyclone out of her side B combos. Her side B combos do not work on Luigi thanks to our down special. And offstage could also low-key be offsetted if we use our mix-ups like Fireball or Cyclone or even High Recovery. Like the way I do it. Like I said, I don't get edge guard easily. I have a master in Luigi's recovery.
Right, master's degree and the whole 9 yards, right.
Say that again?
I said you have a master's degree.
Say that again?
You are very good with the recovery.
Thank you, Captain Carson. Happy New Year's to you as well. And thank you, Jesse. Happy New Year's to you as well, Jesse.
Hey, thanks, man. Happy
I
New
was
Year.
not talking to you, Jesse.
Okay.
I'm funny. Alright. Up next is who? Who's up next? Inkling Loki kind of sucks. I always thought the matchup was even, but just gotta respect back air. Booyah does not work.
Booyah!
I see when I play Inkling, they always land on me with Bear or like neutral. What is Nair unshield? Nair's -2. What the fuck? That's actually safe. It's -2. It's -2.
Can we do Falcon since he's here? I'm down. Inkling slight advantage. Actually, whoa, wait, what? No,
Yeah.
no. There's no way that matchup is slight advantage. Dude, that matchup is literally slight disadvantage or even.
How?
Dude, Ink Gun is literally fine. It's decent in the matchup. Back air is actually the biggest war crime I've seen since Cloud's back air.
Dude,
they don't have Booyah, but they don't really need it. To be quite frank with you, they don't really need it for any character for that matter. The number of Inklings I've seen play at a higher level that don't even rely on Booyah, like edge guarding, Inkling is super good at edge guarding Luigi. Any Inkling that can't edge guard Luigi, I'm sorry, but you're bad. Like literally, back air is so free. You can literally jump into Luigi's side B and stop him, and then you can also just like gun. Your Ink Gun stops Luigi's momentum as well. Really cool mechanic, by the way. Ink Bomb is really good. Down tilt 2 frames. Forward air trades with pretty much everything Luigi has, including Cyclone if you time it right. Back air sometimes beats Cyclone if you do it right. Jab is good.
Unwinnable matchup for Luigi. There's no way. There's just no way.
It's not unwinnable at all. It's just slight disadvantage or even, and I think it's closer to even. But I think I've played a lot of Inklings, and Inkling was like my first main in this game, and I think that just based on the experience I've had anyway, I think it's that. But this is your tier list and your matchup chart.
It is, but like I'm just
explaining what I'm thinking.
I think that Palu back air, Cloud back air, Inkling back air, those are all your kryptonites. Like you don't really know how to play like around them or just like what to do after they do it.
Nah, but there's a difference because the difference is Inkling's movement is just better than Palutena's back air. It's better than Cloud's back air. The movement is just better. There's legitimately like Like, Inkling is capable of back airing your shield and resetting neutral every time. Palutena can't really reset neutral completely. She can only like back away a certain distance before you close the distance again. Inkling can literally just dart across the stage. It's like if Sonic had a safe back air. It's like horrendously annoying. Cloud can also, I guess, dash across the stage in theory, but there's other that matchup's kind of its own story.
I don't think neutral's hard though, cause like that, the matchup. I don't think the matchup should be played close range. I think that's you're throwing if you do that. I think it should just simply be played mid range to long range.
It should be Fireball Shazare.
Yeah, like that down B and neutral is slow. I agree she has gun, but just fucking shield it if you're at long to mid range. She cannot really dash grab you, otherwise she's committing to an RPS option. I agree she has a less trap. Yeah, that bomb can cover options and force timing, and that down tilt does two frame. But what did I tell you, Ready Man? What did I tell you?
You just have to be ready.
You do have to be ready, and I told you I have a master's degree. I've got a master's degree. It just doesn't work to edgeguard the Lord
I will
Kia.
edgeguard you with Inkling over and over and over again, 100%.
You cannot.
Yes, I will.
I
Yes,
don't get edgeguarded ever.
We can make a whole separate YouTube video of just me edgeguarding you with some of these characters that you think you don't get edgeguarded by, and I will show you why you can. It's not easy, but it's not hard either. There you go. See, I agree with that. Yeah, right there.
Dude, no, there's
right
just
up
no
on the
way.
right
See,
up on the refrigerator.
I don't think what Inkling has like benefits her all that much. Like Greninja has speed, Snake has grenade, Min Min has range. Like I don't think what Inkling has like is that big of a deal, from my experience, which is very small. Down tilt to two frame. We edge guard Inkling as well, thanks to his Zaire timing. She has one of those up Bs that's like not really gonna hit us when we let trap. This one is kind of hard actually. Could be even, could be slight advantage. I don't think it's close to slight disadvantage at all. Even as far as you think for Inkling, you know what? Maybe. Maybe. Captain Carson, your Captain Falcon is impossible for Fox. That matchup is so bad. That matchup is so bad.
How do you almost lose to
For
Captain Carson?
Luigi,
That bad?
the matchup is so bad for Luigi. That
What?
matchup is horrible.
You're terrible.
You could use knee to disrupt Luigi's vertical recovery. That's what Andric does against me. He'll just go off stage, do a fucking knee as I'm double jump up being, and I die for it. I'm dead. And he has a good juggle game. He also edge guards Luigi. He also can camp thanks to his fast mobility. Damn, I'm rapping this shit. But that's all Falcon has. Let me tell you what we have against Falcon. Falcon is heavy and big and could combo. What? It's slight advantage now. Disadvantage. What? We have a Fireball Zare projectile that could keep him away neutral. What? Even. But wait! We also have Zare off stage that can hit his up B and we forward air after. Yeah?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Falcon could edgeguard Luigi though. I'll say that. And could combo Luigi. And it's pretty fast. But if you know the Falcon matchup as well, you would know that down tilt and neutral is pretty good against them. Woo, woo, woo,
It's
woo.
pretty decent. Oh,
Poking the ground in neutral, and then
right.
Fireball's there to
Mm-hmm.
help us out. Falcon
Right.
tries to land on us. That's a forward air into a nair into a forward air into an upper up B.
Yeah, moving on. So Byleth.
Hold on, I'm not done speaking about Falcon. Falcon, you could Zair off stage and hit with a downer or fair. Uh, and I don't know if you could two frame Falcon easily. I don't know. Hold on. Oh yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, this tier list taking too long. I think Byleth is even. Byleth has range. He has good pressure tools. He could space.
I'm down for this. I personally think it's +1, but
Nah, I don't think it's +1. I don't think. I
but
think
no, it's fine. I can agree to even, but I do think we slightly win, but that's just my opinion.
Byleth has range, and I have to do like really know this matchup more, see like what tools Byleth has. But from what I can see, what Byleth has is that he has range and he can space, and he also has somewhat of a juggle game. Chrom, I think is +1. It's just worse Roy. Um, let's move down here to these characters. I think Wolf is even. Wolf can two frame Luigi. He can edge guard him vertically. That's fine. He also has that annoying ass laser, which is whatever. You could shield it. And Wolf has some disjoints as well, but those disjoints are not safe. So I think with Fireball, they could be used to condition Wolf and just stuff him out with his short hop. And he's also easy to combo and follow up on. Down tilt is also really good in neutral. And catching, like, you just gotta, in this matchup, you just gotta do a lot of anti-airs. You once two frame the Falcon with Luigi up till that's funny. So I don't think this matchup is bad or good. Uh, let's get all the +2s out of the way, actually. Mac is a +2.
Yep. +2, +2, +2.
I think.
DK.
No, I don't think DK is +2. I think Dedede is a +2. Dedede only has a good
Uh,
ledge trap against Luigi.
I don't think DDD's a +2. There's no way. Matchup is like slight winning, I think. I don't think it's +2. DDD does have ledge trapping. DDD also can edge guard, and DDD can do really good platform pressure as long as they're like decent at the game and they don't just spam up tilt or like back air or something.
The thing about Dedede is that he just looks scary because he's a super heavy. If you like, but if you could
What?
simply just get an advantage on him, like edge, excuse me, if you could, playing around Gordo is a piece of cake. Like you have a fireball that reflects it back at him, and Zair that you use on neutral. You can. It's about anti-airing him as well. Gordo is pretty slow. One forward air could mean death for him or 100% damage, thanks to him being a super heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's also pretty hard for him to get off ledge too.
You know, I really don't think there's other +2s that I can think of right now on this list.
Oh, that's because you can't think. I'll tell you who else.
Okay.
Uh,
If you fucking have the balls to say, oh, dude, no. There's no way that match is +2. Sorry.
dude, Ganon is awful. I could
I
just
agree,
sit
he's
back,
awful. He
sit
is
back.
awful.
This is me, right? I could sit back here. Fireball, fireball, fireball. What the fuck does he have? Forward air, shield up B,
Yeah, but you gotta
down
remember,
B.
I mean, not that you should have factor this too heavy, but you gotta factor some human error. I mean, like, if the player is on the same skill level as you, like, there is the chance when you do make one mistake, they get one opening. You might take 40, you might be off stage. Nair is really annoying. Not enough Ganons use it off stage. Not on stage, don't worry. Plenty of Ganons use it on stage. But Nair off stage is
Ganondorf cannot edge guard Luigi. I don't know what you're talking about.
not well, but he could do it. He could do it. I've been hit by it. By Conkeydorf. Conkeydorf was pretty good at edge guarding me.
Let the Lord Kia talk.
Buddy, you can say whatever you want. All I think is that I don't think it's +2.
Ganon
Zero
is awful. Ganon is so bad. We edge
Marth,
guard
by
him.
the way, Marth +1.
The only thing, no, I think that matchup's. I'll get into it in a second. The only good thing Ganon has is just that he can't get two-framed. He can, but it's just so hard because he has the lowest ledge hang in the game. But he gets super edge guarded, neutral. He's suffering, and he has no advantage on us. You do not go to all the Ganondorf mains out there. This matchup is not even. I don't know what fucking Luigi's you play that make you think this, or that if you could camp Luigi, this matchup is unwinnable for you, gents. This matchup is unwinnable. It's unwinnable. As for Marth, on the other hand, I don't know actually. I don't think it's slight advantage, no. I've seen what Ignace can do, but I also think I play that matchup wrong. No, I don't know. Could be advantage. Not too sure. That Marth sword is pretty good. Hold on. I saw someone attempting to do the FNAF 50-20 challenge. I thought of you. Because I actually finished it. I wish them good luck. I think Marth is either even or a slight winning. But we're going to put him at slight winning because I think Lucina is better. Marth could edge guard. He could somewhat juggle. But he also does get outranged by us. Why do you think this matchup is winning?
I think this matchup's winning because Marth does like not have the consistent. Like Lucina, I think could be even or still +1. I think the thing is, with Marth, yeah, I could agree to that. I think the thing with Marth is that, despite him having a similar range to Lucina and Tipper, the issue is once we get in, like we actually outbox Marth, believe it or not, despite the range. We win ground game, which is really important for Luigi. That's honestly like Luigi's main trait in a lot of these matchups.
Right. Yeah.
I think also Zaire is really effective in the matchup versus Lucina, where like she has a lot more flexibility to punish Zaire in certain scenarios. Like Marth has to space perfectly around Zaire to even get a punish that's worth going for. Because if he misses it, then it's really bad for him. I think up tilt's incredibly good in this matchup with Luigi versus Lucina. While I think it's good, I think it's only good at like the higher percentiles, like 70. Like if I'm looking for up tilt up B. I think against Marth, it's a lot less nerve-wracking to use. Also, I think Marth's out of shield game is worse than Lucina's, of course. And I think both characters struggle with dealing with Zaire at the ledge. And I think more often than not, it's really easy to react to Marth getting off any like the ledge and doing anything. He's just got like those two characters have the kind of weight where if they don't just regular get up or go for like a quick mash option, it's pretty easy to react to them. Like I've literally before they've tried to do like the shield breaker and I've just back aired out of shield like on reaction. Like it's not reliable. Yeah, they have range in other scenarios. Sure, they beat the anti-air, air-to-air game. Sure,
they do, but I don't think an air. You're right. A good ground game is needed for these guys. Not a good air game.
Yeah,
that's what I said. I think this matchup, yeah, the Daisy Peach are even. You just gotta anti-air Peach if you can, but more than that, it's just again Fireball to stuff her out. Turnip can be hard to deal with. It could be. And Peaches just has a good tricky game, like a good mix-up game that cannot be disregarded. Yeah, float does bait pretty hard, so that's the thing. Like, I don't think anyone has an advantage in this matchup. It's just whoever makes the mistake first. Because these characters can both make their if they win neutral, they can definitely make it count on one another.
Right.
What else we got? I think Olimar's slight advantage.
Plus one, yeah.
Uh, Zaire is one of the best things in this matchup for pressure. If you go on aggressively, like if Pikmin throws, excuse me, if Olimar throws Pikmin at you, you could up smash them, kill them instantly. Fair as well to damage, Nair as well. Zaire to pressure, like I said, Zaire is so good in that matchup. You could edge guard Olimar as well if he goes low, thanks to Zaire and Downer and Fair, and because up B is slow. Uh, and if he does have purple and he throws it, when he throws, when Olimar throws purple, the Pikmin is going to be on the ground. And when that happens, it's gonna the Pikmin is in lag pretty much. It's gonna be on the ground for a bit, and you could simply down smash it with a quick down smash will kill it. One or two down smashes, maybe a back hit of down smash. A back hit of down smash will probably kill it. And it's good too because down smash is fast. It's a thanks to Luigi's frame rate or frame data. It's fast and it's kind of not punishable. You just have to anticipate that Luigi's gonna do it, but that's just how you can get rid of purple. If you struggle against purple, just wait for him to throw and you can kill it with a down smash when it's on the ground because it's laying there dead. Olimar does could let two frame Luigi with his down air, I'm pretty sure, and has good pressure game. That's what he really needs. That's his win condition. But neutral, he gets farmed. Luigi farms Olimar in neutral. What else we got?
Oh, Kia the ready man. Isabelle, high key. We lose that matchup.
Ice Climbers, I think, is slight advantage. Cyclone
Yep.
separates them. Rising Zaire goes through. You know how Icy's gonna Nana is gonna go short hop down B, and then Popo is gonna short hop down B. The way to deal with that is not fireball, but simply rising Zaire, not landing, rising. You just jump and do Zaire in the air. That's gonna go through that climb hazard and yeah, that fucking down B. I don't know what that move is called. That snow, that ice wall, that wind wall, whatever. It goes through it. It's a disjoint. Thank you, Sakurai, for the disjoint. And we use there to edge guard Nana and Popo as well to separate them. And when we do that, then they get fucked up in that regard. Cyclone's there. Ices, if Ices does get in though, which should probably not happen, they could come. They could go out with side B. That's usually what they like to do, or landing there. Side B could be easily baited and could be Zared. Like we just like that Zared and Cyclone's really the only thing you gotta do in this matchup. You don't even have to know this matchup. But Ices does have a good juggle game with up air. Could combo to death. But if we Cyclone out of it, which will most likely happen, it separates them and they're kind of fucked. So I think this matchup's favorable for us. I think K Rool's also favorable for us. But it could also be even, but I don't think so because Carol's a big fat motherfucker. His crown, when he throws crown at you and it's returning to him, not when it's coming, when it's returning. So like if he's here, he throws here, and then it comes back to the left, we can crouch under crown. When he throws it and it's coming back, that's when we can crouch and it's not gonna touch us. So we could crouch under returning crown. Cannon, we could fireball it easy, or just jump and shield. If you jump over, then that puts us in the air, and we don't really want that. A great combo game. The reason I don't think it's heavy advantage is because he could actually edge guard Luigi and give him a hard time when he's holding onto ledge. So I think Carol has that against us. But our advantage is also just like really good as well. So I don't think this matchup is even like Carol will pay for it with his life if he makes a mistake.
I'm down to speedrun like a solid 10 characters, kind of just like put them in the
Just
All
join
right,
Mr.
fine.
Potato. How are Min Min and Snake even? I've discussed them. Like I have a long discussion. Like go back to the beginning of my stream and like just look at it because like I've spoken about them for 15 minutes or so. So I have my reasoning behind them. I have a reasoning behind all these characters, but I'm
I'm
not.
down to just kind of speed run some of them though. I think some of these are kind of self-explanatory. For instance, I
I
think,
think Pichu loses.
yep, that's self-explanatory. I think Pikachu is even.
Could be low-key losing, but I could see. Yeah.
I think it's even if it's played right. I think I just don't know the matchup that well. But when I've seen people who know the matchup, like Scott, other previous good players, I think it's. I think it's. I think it is even.
Yeah, I think it's also like you could downer Pikachu if he thunders off stage. You could play around T-Jolt. Yeah, I think you have to play a lot very preemptive in this matchup. You have to keep Pikachu away when he does. Like if you take him to town and city, then the matchup is over. Like it's all about who takes the lead first in this matchup. If you,
Villager. I think
I think Villager's
Villager's
even.
slight. I think Villager's slight win actually. I think Villager's slight win, and then Isabelle's
How is
actually even.
how is Isabelle worse?
I think Isabelle does better because Fishing Rod. I think Isabelle also does better because Lloyd Rocket is better on the ground, to leave it or not. No matter what anyone says, if you can destroy it with down tilt, down smash, forward air, or not forward air, forward smash. But it's punishable. It's not safe to punish it. I think the other thing is,
You could just do 2 or 3 down tilts and it will break.
yeah,
Like
but
Steve
it's
Wall.
yeah, but she can do forward air while you're down tilting, and it'll hit you guaranteed before you can shield.
I think both of those matchups are favorable. Like I was thinking Villagers even because of the bowling ball, but I don't think that bowling ball is shit off stage. That
Have you
bowling ball
have
is
you played
nothing.
Axel? And have you played Axel in the matchup?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, I played him too, and I think he makes me think the matchup is slight loss or even.
Yeah, because he edge guards you. That's really about it. I don't think neutral is hard.
I don't think I had. I think I had more trouble on stage than I did off stage. His edge guards were kind of whatever. I wasn't worried about making it back. Honestly, I was more worried about dealing with platform pressure and correct Lloyd usage. To be quite honest with you.
Thank you, Toast. Thank you, Toast. Nice to meet you as well. Thank you for watching my videos. Appreciate it. Uh, yeah.
Oh, it's good.
For Villager, the tree is could be. I think the tree is really good for him because he's gonna have axe and have some kind of a wall. Isabelle, I don't think that fishing rod is whatever. If she does a fishing rod on stage, then like that could be shielded and punished by a dash grab or just jumped
Well, of
over.
course. That's not the fishing rods I mean, but fair enough. Keep going.
And you can crouch under fair and back air or just simply shield it. Like it's kind of simple to deal with both of these. I think Villager and Isabelle go here. Now, and Villager has bowling ball offstage, which could be up aired. And when Villager does his side B, if he does dash back side B, he's in a lot of startup. I think it's 50 frames startup lag, so we could dash attack or even up B him. Isabelle, if she also does Lloyd Rocket, like if she begins to prepare one, how many frames is that actually? I'm sure you could just run up and down smash her in the face, and it's gonna explode and hit her. What's her down B prepare? Hold on. 49 total frames to plant. That's one less than Villager. So that's pretty laggy as well. If they do it up close, then that's an opening with a down smash. Yeah, I don't like
Ness.
offstage is not hard either. I think Ness is kind of slight loss actually. I actually
I
struggle
I
in that matchup.
I don't. I know that matchup pretty well. I think it's even, but that's just me.
I actually struggle in this matchup so much. We can't let's trap Ness easily.
What? Yes, you can.
Only if we stand at roll distance. Oh, wait, let me think. So roll distance, sure, that's really what we got. He does have drop down up air. I do think Ness is actually kind of hard. Ness has ridiculous disjoints. That PK fire is not okay. Lucas is probably even, but I don't think Ness is even. Ness is so hard. Like I actually
I
struggle.
think I think watching you play Beastly, I think you struggle with getting back onto stage. You're recovering properly in that matchup specifically.
I don't think
You
think so. I think
I
it's
think you
just
skipped a
neutral.
class or two. I think you skipped a class or two during your master's degree.
I think it's basically just all neutral in that matchup that really gives me a hard time. And
Jab is really good. Up tilt's really good. I do really well versus PK Chris, and he plays Guy all the time. I go game 5 with him almost every time we played. I think the matchup is definitely close. I do think Ness has it easier than Luigi, but I think that doesn't change what it could be. That's like because then in that case it'd be like, well, Palu Luigi, Palu obviously wins because she has to work 10 times less as hard as Luigi,
I don't
which you
think
could
Palu
argue
wins the
either way.
matchup.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like to make that argument would be the same as that. So by default, you're insinuating that characters who take less effort are just going to do better.
I don't even
Which
think we
just
do. I think Palu like struggles more in neutral than she can only make it pay when she's up close. That's really it. While we could simply play mid range, there is no playing up close or mid range against Ness though, because his out of shield is really good if we touch him. His disjoints are just too ridiculous and too fast.
I
How do you
think
deal with
something you didn't
fair?
you
Right.
stay at burst but that's the whole point. You stay at burst range. If he fares at burst range, you get free dash attack every time it's a true punish. Even if he double jumps, you just get a true punish. Fair is punishable by dash attack. You can also, if the Ness player's bad and you know they're bad, you can grab their fair. But that's, that's really just like a player to player thing. That's not really the matchup.
I think
Up tilt's really good.
Yo-Yo fucks us up as well. Unless if we do the hold down up B or just side B him. I don't think Yo-Yo is that big of a problem. I'll be real.
Side being him is completely reasonable. The moment he commits to Yo-Yo, you just jump side B and he physically cannot change his option. You basically just want to bait him into always yo-yoing so you can just side B him. He literally can't do anything. The only way he gets around it is if he yo-yos right away and doesn't charge it and uses it as a bait, and then he parries your side B and hits you.
What do we have against Ness though? That makes it even. I've already mentioned he has an offstage game against us. He has a Let's Trap. He has Disjoints, PK Fire. He could absorb our fireballs.
I also think that like jab, down tilt, up tilt is good in this matchup. Dude, I use a lot of dash attack in that matchup, quite frankly. It's a great burst option. Zaire, I don't think is that great. I think a lot of people try to Zaire Ness in that matchup, but
Yeah, I think that's my problem. Like I think I'm locked onto the typical Zaire playstyle.
that doesn't work.
Maybe I just
That
gotta play
doesn't work
weird
very well.
against Ness.
I have VODs too. I can send you if that matchup where I'm playing it better or what's it? Matt's playing it better or Scott's playing it better. There's a lot of VODs of Ness. I do think Ness, on paper has it easier, but I think it's still even.
I actually want to see this.
I'm not gonna lie. I think personally, Matt was better against Ness in Smash 4 than this game, but that's my personal opinion on it.
I just want to see neutral. Hold on, I just want to see it.
Yeah, like that recovery is no bueno. Now he has no jump.
I know.
But he got away with it. See how he jabs a lot more? Okay, that's just not good.
I know, yeah. He's just playing bad round, but like, I want to see a good interaction. He's dead. Okay.
And so he's sitting in the center. See, go back. This is the problem. He's sitting in the center of the stage a lot. Like you don't want, like, Ness's whole game plan is using PK Fire at the corner of the platform.
Right.
Even if he got hit down there, like, you don't want to put yourself in the center of the stage. You want him to go to center stage so that he's forced to create a neutral interaction where he has to make a decision first, which is very easy to do if you just fireball the platform.
See, that's another thing why I think the matchup is bad, because you simply get punished for holding center. How on earth is that fair?
That's not a bad thing. Because you're punishing him super hard in the other parts of the stage. Positioning is everything in that matchup. Like, okay, then riddle me this, right? Wouldn't you say you get punished? Like, Luigi's good excuse me, Luigi's really good at holding his opponents in the corner. But then, like, okay, well then in that case, take say, I don't know, say Diddy Kong or like, I guess Sonic is a good example of this too, right? We're good at keeping people in the corner, but characters like that actually don't struggle that hard to punish Luigi for holding them in the corner. But that's supposed to be our safe space in that match in most matchups, like when we have our opponent in the corner. But for them, if anything, it's difficult. Like we don't want to challenge that part of the stage. I mean, if that's really the argument you're making, then that would just mean any character that makes a part of our space uncomfortable is therefore winning, which I disagree with completely. I think the reality is we just have to function in that matchup in a different part of the stage.
But the thing
Keeping
is,
this in front is good.
Sonic charging spin dash, and while we're at center, he can only punish us. He has to commit to coming from the air, and only if he catches us doing a buffered fireball. That's really it. Ness literally can do a PK fire, and the only way to deal with it is shielding. And that shit is plus. Like Ness gets rewarded for us holding center. That's my issue. I don't know why he does that.
Why not short hop it?
I actually want to keep watching this.
You can literally short hop PK Fire, and he can't punish you fast enough.
Yeah. Nice tech that would survive that, but the down smash, I think
did that wrong.
Wall tech.
Oh my God. That's it. I do see that there are 3 stocks.
Yeah, like go back. How did he get fared? Let's find out.
He jumped in.
Yeah, he jumped. Yeah. You don't jump into Ness. You just see he's holding forward. That's the whole problem. He's trying to hit him.
Oh! 3! Okay, don't let it be you. Don't let it be you. Don't let it be you. Oh my God! For the flash. Oh my God, he won it. He won him on a T-shirt. There it is. All right.
Wow.
No 3 stocks.
I'm just interested in neutral. Hold on.
Although Sen's hitboxes are really good, if he misfaces them, up B to the face does. It kills you at 60, kills you at 50, I don't know. It kills early. So he has to be careful. Really good spot dodge. If he got hit by that grab,
yeah.
the game was kind of even.
He's committing first every time. Every time.
Really strong platform.
Let me see the next game. Hold on. Does he win a game? I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, he's
I've never played this game.
No, it's a 3-0.
Oh, he doesn't.
being in the right space at the right time.
He gets really farmed.
There was another one though. It was on Wi-Fi. I mean, it was what it is.
Oh my God!
This pressure takers down B. Okay. 42%.
I don't think this matchup is easy. I'll be real with you.
Not easy, but that doesn't mean that it's bad.
That's what I mean. Like, I think it's bad.
You're opening and you only get 42%. It's not enough.
Right now, Send is the question, and Elegant is trying to find an answer. He's racking his brains. He's going to come down with that really strong down B, a very good defensive option.
The thing is, we have to play more RPSs. Ness doesn't. Ness is always safe. Sadly, I think this matchup is losing, though. We'll talk about Ness later. Let's move on to the Shotos. I think Ken is losing. You cannot fight Ken up close. You do, then that's a death wish. Ken tries to land on you. Easy fair. It's anti-air or even pivot grab. Fireball's there as well. Thank you. Crouch under Hadouken. We could two-frame Ken with Zair and edge guard him. Ken has to just... Not just Ken, even the Shotos. But like Ryu actually like I don't know what the difference between these two is. Jazzo thinks Ryu does better in the matchup, and I don't know why. I think they both suffer. Because of Fireball, right? But I could. It's the same shit as Hadouken. I can either Fireball it or crouch under it. You just can't shield it. It's the same shit. You just can't play close range against these guys. I think Terry is even.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I have a Shotos problem, but I would
+1.
rather play a Terry than a Ryu Ken any day of the week. Any day.
It could also be +1. Like I always thought, was it even? But I'm thinking, is it really?
It's +1. I think Go is the main thing that makes that matchup annoying more than anything. You can
Yeah, I'm
SDI out of
thinking
Jet Power
Terry is
Dunk.
low-key
You
slight
can
winning.
grab Power Dunk. You can fair the rise. You can fair you can fair before he puts most things out that are what he's actually gonna do.
Who's that? Guy, thank you for the follow. I tapped that active on my thing. But yeah, like Terry also, like if he goes low, then like if he does crack shoot or side B off stage, then like that's an easy down air. You just, like I said, you also have to watch out for that crack shoot burst option. He does have a good burst option, which is crack shoot. He's really good at mashing up close. You don't want to shield up close against Terry. It's not what you want to do. He can also like rush you down like if you're not careful. So you gotta just take note of his patterns and like pretty much counterplay.
Kazuya's even.
I think Kazuya's even, yeah.
Sorry, I don't care what mine says or anyone says. You guys can all.
Literally, it's 0 to death versus 0 to death.
I know. I just don't care. No matter what we have, that's better. Like we could win the matchup all day. I still lose sometimes because video game hates me. So I don't really care. Characters cheese, especially Box Kazuya. Hell no.
Box
Rosa
Kazuya.
is slight disadvantage.
Hold on. I'm working here.
We got a speed run, Doug.
Okay.
This is a YouTube video too. Don't forget.
Nah, you're right. Okay. I think Wii Fit is even.
Okay.
Deep breathing can be a bitch. I think she could do from with down tilts, but soccer ball could be easily played around with. You could roll in under it. She pretty much like helps us by sending herself to the ledge. If she does soccer ball, we could just Zair it. Zair is pretty much the architect of that matchup. Sun Salutation is not really like it's like Samus charge up, but like doesn't kill, thankfully. Like I think the problem is just deep breathing that matchup. So you gotta be careful more and like keep your distance if you can. And it's all about let's trap. And you could also you gotta like watch out for cheesy confirms like nair up smash, nair up air, all that crap. She's a pretty weird character. All right, let's see who else. Incineroar I think is a +1. He could edgeguard Luigi. He could revenge fireballs, but again, being a super heavy that he is, gets comboed. He has to really commit in neutral. He cannot really play safe. Like sure, he could play around grab and such, but anti-airing is just the dream. Anti-airing is super heavy. Fair, nair, up air, all that shit. And you gotta also watch out for that side B, the Ololan whip, when you're in the corner. Most instances like to do that, so that's a watch out. We have a good full hop. Fastball's there to avoid that, and then if he does commit to it, we could just fastball a B or fastball nair, up air, back air, send him off stage. Mario, I think, is even. It's the Mario Brothers. Mario could two-frame with dash attack, sure. He could combo Luigi, sure. His fireball's pretty good in neutral. But we also outrange Mario if we do it right. We can outrange him with ours there. Mario has speed, we have range. Cyclone can also help a lot with breaking out of his combos, although most of his combos are true. We do have Cyclone to protect ourselves with. And both of these characters are capable of killing each other if they get in. The only problem in this matchup is just that fireball. But you can also catch Mario in the air when he does it, or clank with the fireball, or just shield the fireball, or just back away. Like if you could do dash back and back air in reaction. So just like Peach, Mario's and Luigi's also a game of chicken as well. Both these characters can make their thing pay off if they touch each other.
Factual.
Kirby, I think, is a +2. With Kirby, I think the problem is offstage. Like he has that down special that could hit us vertically. So that's really the only problem. He's pretty light. He dies to up B very early. Dies to any down throw confirm. He does not have a good ledge trap game against Luigi. Cyclone will help us as like to get out. And Cyclone will help us escape his juggles as well. He has good up air, good juggle game, but thank you, Cyclone. And yeah. Yeah, neutral is also pretty favorable for us too. He just has to, play in the air a lot. DK I think is +1. I don't think it's +2 because he could actually edge guard Luigi and has some kind of a range against him, like with Nair especially. But if he gets touched once, gets sent off stage once, then it's kind of over. DK has some kind of a comeback against Luigi. He could actually like make him suffer and gain momentum on him. Mewtwo I think is also favorable for us. The only problem is Shadow Ball. I don't think he can edge guard Luigi. That's bullshit.
What?
I think that's all propaganda, fake news.
Bro, you're tripping. What?
I'm not tripping. I'm sitting down on this chair.
Oh my god, I hope your editing skills are good because I'm gonna need a massive edit on that. I need you to just put a fucking face slap or something right there and put my name all over the screen.
Go
Okay.
fuck yourself.
Okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. Cloud, though.
Wait, why don't you think Mewtwo is slight advantage?
I mean, I think it could be argued but I think it's more closer to even. I personally think that Mewtwo is harder to deal with than Mario, in my opinion. I think he's harder to deal with.
You know what? Actually, I think you're right. Now that I think about it, Shadow Ball could be beneficial for them.
I'd rather deal with Greninja than Mewtwo as well. I'd also rather deal with Byleth than Mewtwo. I'd rather deal with Peach than Mewtwo. I'd rather deal with Wii Fit than Mewtwo. And yeah, there it is.
Mewtwo just has Shadow Ball. That's really about it. He's fucking huge. Like you do up air into upper. He's like R.O.B. Up air into upper. His down tilt is also pretty good. I actually want to see what is down tilt.
It's not bad. I think it's frame 6. Yep.
Frame 6, right? It's not too bad. And dash attack's only -14. It's not terrible either. Forward tilt. Yeah, he doesn't. He has to really like drift back on his neutral if he wants to, use it in neutral. And it doesn't have a lot of range. Like Mewtwo is just not really a good character. Look at that. He's big. There's no tail hurt box here. But yeah, Shadow Ball could make us pay. But we also have what do we have against Mewtwo? Anti-airs? I haven't played this matchup enough. I'll just leave it at.
I mean, I have a lot of Mewtwo experience from New England, well, specifically upstate New York.
I'll just leave it right there for now, right there.
I agree with that. All right, Cloud even.
I think Cloud is a slight loss.
Fair enough. I can agree to that. Keep going. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. Everybody and their mom knows why that matchup is probably losing. Corrin.
On a fucking different universe, Cloud is low-key kind of even.
I think it's even too. That's what I said.
Dude,
first.
it's just that Cloud has such a good ledge trap game against Luigi. His pressure is too good. He could space around Luigi's shield, and he doesn't really give us free openings. Even if we do Fireball Zair against him, he could just like charge his limit and become faster.
Mm-hmm.
This matchup has to be played like super carefully.
Yeah, you said
at top level. I think it's even at top level, and like if you play a Cloud that's better than Luigi, then it's a loss. That's why I lose to Sparkle.
Corrin. I think Corrin is slight advantage, no cap. Underrated opinion, but
Maybe.
I
Corrin
think a lot
has.
of people think this matchup is even or potentially losing, and I don't really get why.
I
But
don't think it's losing. Yeah, that's cap. Like Corrin has really good aerials that have range that are also safe.
correct.
They're not like Ness disjoints, which are super annoying. We also cannot two-frame or let's trap Corrin because of that up special, and edge guarding her can be a little hard. So we don't really have that good of an advantage against Corrin, but she also has a good juggle game against us, and somewhat of a decent let's trap. She's a swordy after all. I think this matchup is an even as well. Now, up next, Robin. I think Robin is even. Fireball wins against Thunder, L Thunder, and Arc Thunder, and you could crouch under Thoron. The only problem in that matchup is Let's Trap. Let's Trap can be pretty hard. If you give him time to set up an Arc Thunder or an Arc Fire, then you're gonna struggle a lot. But if you recover high, then you should be good. But you have to be careful of that up air, with the Thunder Sword. Another thing is that Robin has range. He has good pressure. So this matchup should not really be played like in a way, oh, you have to approach Robin. No. If you approach Robin in this matchup, then you're kind of suffering. You just want to really like pressure Robin to the corner and get him to get out. Fireballs will help a lot. I don't think it's even. I actually think it's low-key winning.
I think it's even. Matt thinks it's +2 for some reason, and you think it's +1. So we all have a little bit of a range.
I always thought it was even, but now I'm kind of taking +1. But yeah, Robin just has a great let's trap and could somewhat outrange Luigi, but you know how to deal with the spells using Fireball. Dark Pit is first. Hold on, we want to do Dark Pit first. We want to kind of make this list out of order.
Okay, Pokemon Trainer
Yoshi's
is
the
what we
hard-
call. Okay.
I think Yoshi and PT are both even. These two are the hardest even matchups. Charizard and Squirtle get farmed by Luigi, but Ivysaur is the carrier.
Yeah, but Ivysaur's even.
I think we struggle against Ivysaur. That's the funny part.
No way. In what way? Please tell me, enlighten me. What way do we struggle with Ivysaur? I'm not saying it's easy or not that we win, but just what is it that's bad about Ivysaur? Besides up air, because Ivysaur is up air on every character in the cast.
Yes. Yes, due to our poor air drift, juggle is going to be in his favor. That leaf shield, if we do get hit by it, it confirms into his up B. I think he also has down throw up B as well, and I don't think it's that strict. It could work on Luigi. I know we have Cyclone, but it could also work.
It's not strict.
Ivy also just has like, his back here is pretty disjointed and pretty like safe, like as long even if he like drifts. Like Ivysaur doesn't really have to like commit to anything. Like he could simply just keep out Luigi no matter what. He doesn't have to worry about fireballs there. He doesn't have to worry. Like we just have to get up close.
Yep.
That's why I think the matchup is like Ivysaur is the carrier. Like Zard is a heavy, like, and Squirtle is just like, Squirtle gets farmed. Like Squirtle's low key a +2.
Sometimes I hate Charizard more than Ivysaur. Dude, I will never lose that matchup. I think that matchup is winning.
I think PT is even though.
I've never lost that matchup in Ultimate's history of 5 years, and I've played probably 11 Pokemon trainers, at least 11. I know at one point I was keeping count, and it was like 9, and I think it's like 2 more since then.
It's a Keflum, pretty much.
I mean, just to make it quick, I really think Ivysaur's main thing is up air, and I think back air sucks. I think it's overrated as fuck. I think side B is pretty good, but it's definitely dealable. Like you can definitely fair it. I can definitely jump over it. Zare is good in the matchup. Down tilt's really.
I don't think that's my problem. I don't think Zare is good in the matchup. That's the thing. That's my issue.
Well, do you use it as an aggressive tool or do you use it as a defensive tool? 'Cause
All
there's a
three of
difference.
them.
Okay, well, you can't use it as a defensive tool or you will lose. You have to use it as an aggressive tool. If you use it as a defensive tool, it's very punishable from Ivysaur. It's easy to razor leaf it, back air it. It's easy to run up and grab, and you can dash grab is actually bigger than Zare's range right at the beginning.
Fair is also range and is pretty disjointed.
Also, Nair is not that good. I also think that like Fair is too long. Fair you can easily just I sometimes if I see an Ivysaur jump facing me, I just up smash in their face before anything comes out. Up tilt is super good against Ivysaur. Honestly, if Ivysaur's on a platform, they're kind of in a shitty spot.
Yeah, I agree. If they're on a platform, then it's not good. It could be, I think, yeah, because Ivysaur, like, sure, he has disjoints, but like if he puts himself on the platform, Joe over, we could fireball easily. Like, it's better if he's on the ground than that.
You always trade hits with Ivy? Well, you have to remember, like, Ivysaur's game plan is to get you to try to play the air-to-air game with him. Like, if you keep trying to play air-to-air, then you'll lose. That's probably why. You're probably trading the wrong moves. Like, you're trading moves that are anti-airs or air-to-airs, and you're, of course, going to lose that more than you're going to win it. It's probably a lot of you jumping and not using your ground movement enough to reposition yourself for better openings. That's all I can say. I think positioning is very important against Ivysaur. I think recognizing when you have an opportunity to go in and when you can't go in is very important in that matchup too. I think it's having good judgment, to be honest. Diddy Kong! Slight losing in my opinion, but that's because I suck.
Yes, you do. I think this matchup is pretty even. Or maybe could be winning.
No, there is no universe.
Could be winning. Could be winning. Could be winning. So, reason why I think so is that Diddy Kong has speed. Diddy Kong has Let's Trap. Diddy Kong has Banana. He has Banana, yeah.
Edge guards. True confirms we can't Cyclone out of. A peanut gun that's not that good, but it's still annoying. Can camp Luigi out on 5 of the 7 legal stages. Yeah, this matchup's winning.
We also have good Let's Trap game against Diddy. Banana into up B is a thing if he fucks up. Down tilt is also really good in that matchup, like up close for pressure.
Wait,
our out of shield option are pretty good against his landing aerials. And thanks to our grab, we have some kind of a range that will help us against Diddy Kong if he doesn't have Banana in hand. Thus, why I think this matchup would be.
Wait, how many stages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it's 9 stages. Oops. See, he can camp. Diddy Kong can camp on Battlefield. PS2, Town, Kalos. Maybe small Battlefield, but that's it.
I don't think this matchup is like it could be favorable for us.
I mean, that's something I'll never agree with you on because I've hated Diddy since Smash 4. So, Dark Pit, high key that matchup is cringe, but we win.
We win. He just has an edge guard game against us. Dark Pit is horrible, bro.
I'd rather deal with Dark Pit than I think Pit is even. Simply because Arrow. Like, dead ass.
Alright, so that's done. I know Dark Pit and Pit could edge guard us, that's fine. But
yeah, I guess.
neutral is also in our favor, so if we just simply not lose neutral, they don't have anything to work with. Nothing.
Falco, high key a winning matchup, baby.
Falco, yes, Falco is a winning matchup.
Joker is slight loss.
I think Meta Knight is also slight win.
I think we shit on Meta Knight. I think it's
Meta Knight. Our anti-air against Meta Knight is so good if he tries to air camp us, so you simply are just throwing if you do that.
I think it's a heavy advantage. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, dude, he could actually edge guard Luigi though.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, sure.
But neutral, he can't air camp us. He also does not have that much of range against Luigi. We could simply outrange him, and we could Cyclone in juggle as well, thankfully. Lucario, I think, is also winning. That Aura Ball could be a struggle to get out of from the corner and to deal with a neutral. And Nair is actually, I think, -1 on shield. But if we could 0 to death Lucario consistently, he can never get Aura. Just thanks to our kill power, he's not like, and our up special, he's not really gonna be at triple digits all that often. So that's one factor.
I think Lucario is just really scary on his last stock.
Lucario is scary. That's really all he is. Like, he's not. I low-key also don't think he's a bad character either. I don't think he has any counter towards Luigi except corner pressure.
ZSS is an even matchup.
Same.
Grab your torch and pitchforks.
Same, yeah. I always thought that was our worst matchup or slight loss, but ZSS is just like ridiculously like even. Because ZSS could edge guard Luigi. You could do that with your flip kick and crap. You also have Zair in neutral. But we don't have the problem with Luigi players. They feel like they always have to interact with this character. Like, her disjoints don't really outmatch. Do we have anybody below heavy disadvantage? No. Slight disadvantage? No. So for ZSS, you don't really want to be the one to, you know, always approach, right? You don't really want to do that. You want to play it super patient. That's how you play the matchup. And if you parry her neutral air, which is -4, you get a down tilt out of parry. Or even an up B, because the no neutral is always going to be, you know, perfectly done on -4. So, and if you parry, it's just a down tilt out of parry into a confirm. Her Zair does outrange Urzair, but we could just shield, and like if we don't get hit by it, we're not going to get, you know, into a tech situation or, you know, confirmed into a back air. We just have to keep our distance with Zero Suit.
To answer Luigi Kids, do we have anything below?
I already answered that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, and ZSS also could get off ledge easily thanks to her flip kick. But we don't really need Zair in ledge trap if we could just, you know, reposition ourselves. This matchup's all about reposition, not going in. Any questions? Any questions? Why I think the ZSS matchup is even? Any questions? If you guys disagree with what I say, feel free to say so, and I will answer.
All right. Just gonna take the reins for one sec. Duck Hunt. My favorite matchup in terms of matchups that piss people off when I have an opinion on it. Matchup is even.
Yeah,
completely
I think so.
even.
I think so too. I'll explain in a minute as well. Flip kick. What about flip kick? What if ZSS just doesn't approach? That's the thing. It's another game of chicken. Neither does Luigi. That's the thing. The problem with people thinking this matchup is losing is because ZS's defensive game is too good, and Luigi's not really a character that's meant to be played first the majority of the time. Like, against someone like Samus, you have to play first, but against ZSS, no. No. And what about flip kick? Flip kick is only like for off stage. She can only like get back. Like, it's fine. Like, we don't really need Zair to let's trap her. It's fine. It's repositioned for let's trap, like at roll distance, or just like when we catch her. If we want to catch her, we just have to use our aerial. And yeah, I don't think
Hero low-key losing.
Hold on. Duck Hunt, I think, is even because you could crouch under the frisbee if he throws it. You can actually do that. You don't have to shield the frisbee. You could crouch under it to get closer. Could be Zair and even forward tilted or down tilted back at Duck Hunt for extra pressure. We edgeguard Duck Hunt with Zair into down air. We have to really understand. We have to treat Duck Hunt like a camping, like a Samus character. Like, how do they like to get out of the corner, for instance? That's the thing. Frisbee to side B is a thing, but like I said, Frisbee you could crouch under. We could. Another good thing that Duck Hunt has against us is not. I don't think it's a neutral game, but like I think it's a let trap game with the can. I think can is the main thing. I don't think neutral is the hard part. I think this
Yeah.
matchup sucks on Wi-Fi though. Don't get me wrong, but offline we got everything.
Yeah, dude, I still fucking shit on Duck Hunt fan. That shit was hilarious. Oh man. Zelda, high
Zelda
key,
is even, I think.
even. Yes.
Yeah.
Down.
Knight is only the problem, but you keep your distance, you shield, you can always get in like sooner or later. It's all about patience. Like characters like Duck Hunt, Zelda, Wii Fit Trainer. All these characters that are able to keep out Luigi, Min Min, these are all patient matchups. They're not matchups where you have to go in. That's not the right way. Even if they don't approach, that's okay. It's
Not gonna lie, I
okay.
think Zelda might be a slight disadvantage, but I'm the worst
Zelda,
player.
Zelda's Knight is really good against Luigi, like in Less Trap. Like in Less Trap, it's so hard to get out. Thus why you have to go for high recovery or use a fireball to sort of, disrupt her. Uh, but other than Knight, I don't think Zelda has really anything else. I don't think her juggle game is wow against Luigi. Her up air has a lot of end lag. Mm, our fireball can somewhat help, and our Zair I think will help a lot. And more than that, I think we don't really get kept out in this matchup like as much as we should. We don't get kept out, and when we don't, we make our advantage race count. Up tilt is good. Zair, it's a dash attack. Knight is just the only thing. How do you recover high without getting punished? You have to recover from the ceiling blast zone.
Hero. Low key, we should win that matchup, but we
I
don't.
think Ridley is +1 as well. I think that's pretty
Yes, I agree.
self-explanatory.
Yep, agreed. Joker?
We'll get to those guys in a minute. Wario's
Youngling,
also
get to-
+1.
Yep, I'm down. I think Youngling wins. No cap.
I think Youngling is even. You just gotta pretty much like know how to play around arrow. Like you can't fireball spam arrow. You gotta use dash shield in that matchup. Like, dash shield is your best friend in this matchup. Not playing fair nair on the arrow. None of that bullshit. Dash shield is the way to go. Not Zair, not fireball. Dash motherfucking shield. Dash motherfucking shield. If he does rising back around you, that's punishable with an up smash, or even like a neutral air, or up air. Pretty reactable. Boomerang's also easy to deal with. If he tries to boomerang you and he's in starve, you can dash attack him.
How do you deal with Boomerang from a distance?
Fireball or shield. Like I said, dash shield is the way to go in this matchup. We could also, Zair Young Link offstage, but ledge trapping him when he's already holding ledge is kind of a risky thing because he could drop down up air or fair or boomerang or arrow or even jump from ledge and down air, which is destroying him. Even though it's punishable, it's pretty strict. But I think the matchup is even. I don't think neutral is hard. No. Pac-Man I think is also even.
I agree. Rosalina and Luma.
We'll get to those guys in a minute.
All right.
Palutena is also even. If you fireball Zair at a distance and not play close range, because all Palu wants is for you to be close. If you don't give Palu that, then you're fine. Like, Palu wants you to come to her. So you have fireballs. Thank you, Mr. Rahan. Thank you. You have fireballs there, and the only thing she realistically has to deal with fireballs there is auto reticle, and that's a fucking joke of a projectile. She can also like give Luigi a heart. She could burn Luigi's options when he's recovering, and if he goes low, he could nair to kind of gimp him. so that's one thing she has. Her Nair is -10, but it could be spaced. But like I said, shielding up close is what she wants you to do, so you don't really want to give her that. This matchup is one of the matchups where you have to be the one to play defensive. Palu's annoying off stage and she has Nair combos. Yeah, she does, but you can also just like SDI the Nair combo. Oh, no, I don't think it's her Nair that's problem. Sure, you could do all that, but I think her juggle is also a problem too. She's really good at juggling Luigi. And getting off the ledge can be hard sometimes. But other than that, I think it's fine. Disadvantage is in her favor, neutral is in our favor, and advantage is somewhat split it up. Alright. So that's Palutena. R.O.B, I think, is also even. Every combo works on him. He does have a good offstage game against us. You have to know how to play with Gyro. If you don't know how to play around Gyro or deal with Gyro, then the matchup is a loss. If you know how to play around Gyro and you could like one touch against R.O.B is really all it takes. Like one fair is he's done. Like R.O.B players are gonna want to keep us out. But if we learn how to play around Gyro, we parry his Nair. We also have a good out of shield game against him if he lands on us, but he's mostly gonna space it. Matchup is patience, learning how to deal with Gyro, and waiting for our time to go in. We can't let trap R.O.B, but that's fine. His disadvantage is like the thing about R.O.B is like he has to play so carefully that if he gets touched once in neutral, like then it's just he's not gonna have a good time because of how huge he is. How do you play around Gyro? You could shield the Gyro. If he's holding the Gyro and he wants to throw it, then not when he's charging. When he's holding it, you could crouch if he throws it. And if you do, it's gonna like when he crouches, it's gonna go over you. And if you do catch Gyro, you could just throw it up and play neutral there, so he doesn't have it. His fair is also pretty good as a preemptive option, although it's punishable with a fair out of shield on our part, or even a dash attack. But R.O.B could also edge guard Luigi if we're not careful either. Gyro at ledge, if he's doing that, you can get up attack it, which is committal. You can wait. You could do nothing and get hit by the Gyro. You just have to see what the R.O.B does. If they plant a Gyro and they're standing at roll distance, you can do nothing and just get hit by the Gyro and hold on to ledge and start over again. You could drop down and grab the Gyro, even though it's risky, or you could get up attack. You just gotta see what the R.O.B is doing, pretty much. Alright, so that's that.
And now for the matches we lose.
Nah, I think we low-key beat Plant as well.
Oh, yeah, true. And we beat...
I don't know why we beat Plant. We just do, because I'm just too
I
good.
think.
I don't think so. Her needles can be pretty good against Luigi. And she's pretty fast as well. Has a good camping game. Like, bro, hold on. What do you do here? I don't know. Like, dude, Luigi fucking beats Mr. R, but like, dude, just look at this. Just look at it. What do you see?
You're gonna play the Yeah, he left Kalos open.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
See already how Rehan is
You
struggling
don't
a bit.
take cheap.
I mean,
You
Mr.
don't
R
take
like
anyone
downloaded
to
him
Kalos. This
super
stage
hard.
is awful. This is the easiest stage to camp Luigi on.
There was no update of the OS.
Just
no.
look at it. Just
Back to the
look at it.
You don't have to look at it, bro. This is the problem. The stage is the problem. Put on anything else.
Alright, I'll put on Luigi, because Luigi always beats
Their
Mr.
core
R.
power, I would say. Than
Sure, he
Luigi
does.
quickly.
Oh, he does get...
Luigi is
He
not
does get
that.
lucky
Luigi is
sometimes,
the
I'm not gonna lie.
perhaps exact opposite. Gets in once, gets you to like
Yep, this is all right.
60%,
So
and
there's
lands
the needle
that
camp.
up B.
Right,
And
no,
Luigi,
but look,
we
watch
know,
what Luigi
is
does.
so
Go back.
effective at landing that 0 to death
like-
focus miss.
So every time
Big
Mr.
in
R
one.
is charging
Get-
shields or charging needles, he jumps. The moment he charges it for longer, he dashes forward to take space. See, every time he jumps over the needles, he's fading back or in, and then he mixes in with grab. It's so easy, I promise.
I
That's
agree.
literally how you beat Needles.
Yeah,
That's how you beat Needles.
I told you. Yeah, Luigi wins this matchup. I told you.
Yeah, bro. Dude, you just learned the matchup just now, didn't you?
We did?
No, you just learned it just now. Clearly, you clearly didn't know about that, bro. I bet you were running in the middle of him shooting needles every time.
I was?
Probably. Think the matchup is even. Dude, she can't kill. Most of Sheik's shit like is all about edge guarding and put someone off stage. Well, boohoo, that's pretty much every character that does okay against Luigi in the whole game. Like off stage is no longer a viable
That
excuse.
bomb fucking killed. Sheik also has a good ledge trap game against Luigi. I'll say that.
So does Charizard, but we still beat him. Doesn't change it.
Dude, why does... Dude, just double jump! Bro, I hate Luigi's... Okay, whatever. So, I've said it from the get-go, but anyways. I don't know why I think Plant is winning, though. I don't know. To those Plant mates asking me why I just don't know, okay? Because I said so.
Because I thought
The rest is factual, but this one is just a feeling that you have
I
nothing
think we
against
go
me.
even with Plant, but I also think it's. I've only ever played good plants on Wi-Fi, so I really don't know. I've never played a good plant offline.
How long
so
have I been live for? Almost 2 hours. We gotta wrap this up quickly. Okay.
Well, a lot of these are common characters. Joker, slight loss. Everybody
I think
understands
Link
that, right?
is even. It's the
Yep.
same shit as Young Link. He's just worse Young Link. That bomb could work off stage. That's what he has against us. But we have a good rushdown game against him, and that boomerang. Thankfully, his arrows are less annoying, and that boomerang is also just same shit. Down throw up air does not down throw up tilt does not work at 0 because you could down B out of it. Thankfully.
Yep.
Yeah. Toon Link is also even. How do you deal with bomb at ledge? It's the same thing as the gyro. You just see what the guy does. You could time an option. You could fireball the Link before you grab ledge. Drop down up air, which is a lot better actually because Link can only like fair us out of punish if we do. Or we could just like roll. I think rolling or get up attacking is the best option because he's waiting for. If we neutral get up, then like we have a hitbox on us. It's gonna hurt us. So we have to just pick between roll, get up attack, or drop down, or do nothing. We just can't jump from ledge either because like jump gets us hit. Okay. Now we're getting to the really interesting ones. Sora, I think, is also pretty even. Stay out of his range, and you should be good. His spells are pretty. Thunder is pretty laggy, pretty punishable if you roll in. And yeah, okay. Let's do the Mies first. Brawler, I think Sword Fighter is winning. Actually, no, I think Sword Fighter is even. He could have some annoying projectiles, and that neutral B is pretty annoying. The tornado, he could confirm off of up air. He has a last trap game. I think Brawler is also kind of even. It's like Mario and Fox combined. Nobody plays the fucking Mies. And I think Gunner is a slight loss. Gunner is just so like hard. The reason why I don't think it's here and I think it's here is because I think that I play that matchup wrong, and there's got to be like his neutral is good against us, and he has a good less trap game. But I just have to figure out this matchup. Like there's no way. I'll be real. Nobody goes here. There is no heavy disadvantage. No one goes in here. Nobody. Okay. Mega Man, I think, is even. I'll put Brawler down here for now. Like, Brawler's pretty good. Mega Man's even, right? Uh, that matchup is basically you're probably wondering, how do you deal with pellets? You could shield, you could zare. The matchup is basically, again, another game of chicken where it's all about patience and such. The Mega Man is the one that wants you to really go in. He wants you to struggle. Uh, he has up air to juggle, which is fine if you air dodge or if you go to the ledge. When he ledge drops, he could pretty much just like charge forward smash, which is just easy to get out of. I've also been MPG and Peanut as well. I've beaten those guys. How do you go around Leaf Shield? You could just shield it. You shouldn't try to punish Leaf Shield unless if he does it directly on you, then that's an up B. Or you could just like jump over him and then punish him when he releases. But you technically don't really want to try to, punish him after. It's pretty safe. Uh, the Metal Blade could be caught and thrown back at him like a snake grenade, thankfully. And shield and patience is the way to go. That's how we play a matchup. If we go in, we can make it count thanks to him being a heavy. Our combo game is pretty good against him. And he could keep us out pretty well, but we will find our way in eventually. I am inevitable. You're not going to camp me forever.
I am inevitable.
Up next. Steve is also the hardest even matchup ever. Down tilt to break the blocks, back air against minecart, Zaire for Elytra. Fireball's really not the way to go because it's laggy and he could minecart us for it. And aerial game's not the one to go. Like, you don't really want to fair him in neutral. It's bad. You just want to play around minecart and just pressure a lot. And down tilt is really good. Dash attack to surprise him. Dash grab can also work. You really don't want to let him mine. That's the thing. You just kind of don't want to let him mine. And even if you do, you just slowly get in. And it's all about just neutral. He's gonna. Oh, Steve is here mining. We're gonna fireball here, and then down tilt. He's gonna minecart. Okay, we're gonna full hop, and then start neutral all over again. It's the lamest matchup, but it's also an even matchup as well, because Luigi actually could deal with Steve's tools well. Block, down tilt, minecart back here, or a full hop, which is a good full hop. Yeah, I think Luigi was legitimately made to counterpick Steve.
What?
Yeah. Because if you guys struggle against Steve, you know how Steve is ruling the meta, right? Just pick Luigi. Like, Luigi was made for Steve. You could just, if you want to fucking beat.
Ivysaur was made for Steve. Let's calm down.
I mean, yeah, like Luigi and Steve go even. I don't think one beats the other.
Sure.
You know who I think wins though? Sephiroth. Sephiroth is so bad. He edge guards us. He keeps us out in neutral. However, he does have a few weaknesses. He also has side B. But the one thing, yo, Phoenix, thanks for the bits. Like I said, Forrest, I don't think Luigi has any -2s or impossible matchups because there's no way on earth a character like Luigi with the tools that he has that are gifted to him, that he's been bestowed with, there's no possible way he can have any -2 matchups if he has the capability of a touch of death. I always thought the matchup was -2. I always did. Not this time. Thank you, Phoenix, for the bits. The few things we have against Sephiroth has some weaknesses. Although we can't let's trap him. We could, but just barely. We could zare him when he's off stage, but we'll have to like play repositioning range. He does have side B, which goes through zare and fireball. That's fine. We have shield. We just like stay out of the zone. I think Sephiroth is a more of a another game of chicken, sort of. Like every matchup with Luigi is. Because like I said, Luigi's not really the one to go first. He's the one to go second. But Sephiroth is kind of a bit of a both. We will find our openings a lot with Fireball. If we Fireball, grounded Fireball as well, not just aerial, grounded, it's going to help us find openings. Fireball is going to help us get the openings, what we need. Sephiroth also, so Sephiroth cannot really is going to kind of not do well against Fireball at a distance. He also does have pretty fast, he also has slow frame data as well on his aerials, such as his back air, for instance, which he uses to kill a lot of times. Good for pressure, but pretty slow startup. He can edge guard Luigi, but that's okay. That's okay, that's fine. He can only commit to a hard edge guard if we side B low, or if he has a stock lead. Other than that, he's gonna have to resort to ledge trap. His juggle game is not wow because, again, thanks to his bad frame data, up air is reactable. The matchup is basically just trying to catch it's either using fireballs to find your opening, or overwhelming him before he can get any of his shit going. And if we do get in, we make a count, thanks to our incredible touch of death mechanism. That's why I don't think I just have to figure out this matchup. I don't think it's our worst matchup. I think it's our worst matchup, but I don't think it's, as horrible as it should be, like down here. Now, I think hot take, Richter goes here.
Sure.
I've gotten that matchup figured out now. T3 Dom doesn't even think it's our worst matchup.
I agree. I don't think it is.
We Luigi players were just bitches back in 2021, and so, in 2021, we would be like, shit! This is our worst matchup! What the fuck do we do against his whip? Well, I'll tell you what you can do against whip. You simply treat it like a Lucina aerial, for example. Acknowledge that, okay, they have range. They do have the range. But we also have, our fireball. We have our fireball, and we could go in with our dash shield. Just it's a matchup where, again, you don't commit first. You basically just try to play second and try to corner him. I don't think his projectiles are the problem. Cross is whatever. I could actually just show you guys as well. Hold on. I've beaten Dom twice.
Misfire Alright, you know what? When plot armor's starting to show up, it shows.
Do the more recent one. Do the more recent one, because Dom's gotten a lot better.
Okay. It's on Larry Lur's channel though.
Alright. It's not as hard as script. He took all that.
Hold on. So I'm trying to find something. So ledge trap is pretty hard as well, but the way to deal with ledge trapping is you don't want to go for ledge. Because Richter and Simon's aerials are very linear, they have to rely on a lot of precision to hit you if you try to recover high. And when I say high recovery, I don't mean go from the ceiling. You could try, yeah, that's gonna work out. But when I mean high recovery, I simply say burn your double jump right here. Just do it. Burn your double jump and just land on the platform, or land over here, or land with a down special, or landings there. Whatever you need to do. Do whatever you need to do. But going to the ledge is asking for a death wish thanks to his holy water. So you don't want to really go to ledge, and you can simply burn your jump and not have to worry about getting hit all that much in the air and getting sound stage because of his aerials being so linear. But let's look at this. So that's whatever. Sure, I get up close and I find an opening. Oh, but wait, what's this? Oh, that's just Dom going close, but let's have a look here. So, do you see? Do you see how the match play? I'm standing right here and I'm gonna go find my way in eventually. Like I'm not contesting his fair or playing in the air. Because short hop fair is what he wants me to do. I'm just simply grounded and playing around this F tilt range. You want to play around his aerial and that F tilt. That F tilt is what you want to try to like, play around. I know that Dom is gonna like, F tilt me after an aerial. He's gonna do that, so I just like jump over. So hold on. Do we see that? Hold on. Look at this. After, like I said, after an aerial, he'll most likely do a forward tilt. Yeah, right there. So you could anticipate that, and I think it's not just Dom doing this. I think every Belmont likes to do this. You just short hop and then punish with the nair. And if they don't and they shield, you could just short hop, fastball, shield, and if they commit to an up B, then that's an up B on your part. You just want to simply play it like hella patient and not really try to contest them in the air. Grounded game is the helpful part. Fireball is going to help you a lot as well. As you can see, I tried to go to ledge. I mean, I had to. Like, I'm at 190% or 170. Like, it's going to happen. I don't know why I decided to go to ledge. Over here, best thing would be to do is just double jump here. But it's fine. Wait, did I nair here? I did, and it was still safe. So even if I do nair, it's safe. He can't be out of that. Do you see? Right there, I told you. Polar, what did I say? After an aerial, forward tilt, and I go in. And even if I miss, my nair is too safe. And there you go. There's your high recovery because I do not want to go to ledge. I mean, I did, but I mixed them up there. What else is there to look at? So yeah, you just gotta understand how to play in neutral around the whip. You don't want to really play in the air. You just want to play around the F tilts and the aerials. You want a high recovery when you are being left shot and don't want to really when you don't really want to go for ledge. And we also two-frame Belmonts and edgeguard Belmonts. A good Belmont will do their best to keep us up, but it's not impossible. The meta has changed a lot. And this was only like 10 months ago, yeah. Any questions?
Nope.
Good. Sonic, I think, is losing. He's fast. He has a good left trap. He has a good advantage. He can juggle us. Neutral can be hard to catch him if he camps us. Fireball's there, sure, I could clank, but a good Sonic will kind of play around that, and like if you get desperate, then it's losing. Or if they run away and spam projectile, that's fine. I have a Fireball that sends the cross back to him, or Shield, and then Holy Water, I could just like get out of that range. Holy Water, thankfully, is less annoying than PK Fire. Because when you shield the Holy Water, it bounces off of you and you could grab it. And no Richter is going to use Axe in neutral. That's just crap. Sonic, though, he's fast. He can camp. He could play around. Like, he could pretty much, like, make Luigi, like, take advantage of Luigi's weaknesses very well. I'll say that. Has everything. And we kind of have to guess a lot in neutral if we want to catch him because of how fast he is. Okay, last 7 characters. Let's get this done quickly. I have to head to the gym. I think Shulk is even. He can edge guard. He has range. But he also has a lot of startup on his aerials, just like Sephiroth does. when he does, we also cannot combo him, sadly, which is fine. But what we can do is use his Monados to our advantage. When he has Buster, we don't want to shield, but we want to really go in and get massive damage ourselves. When he has Smash, then like when Shulk has these Monados, then we can really understand his intentions easily. He's not really like unpredictable. Speed is also kind of hard to deal with because he's fast. But if you don't try to play the interactions, you should be fine. But Shulk, like, what he has against us is he could get out of our combos, he could edge guard Luigi, and he can keep us out. But thanks to his high startup on his aerials, and the fact that we have a projectile to help us, and we use our Monados to our advantage. And we also have down tilt 2 up close. Like this is not really a matchup where you want to go close. It's a matchup where you want to really just play at a certain distance and try to surprise him. It's like Snake, where he camps you a little bit and then he surprises you with a dash attack. It's kind of like that. You go on when you see an opening. You want to
I
really,
agree.
you want to force conditioning. It's just who can condition the other better in this matchup.
Samus.
I think Joker is a even.
-1.
His gun is really good, and
Camping's really good. Our son's really good. He has a good out of shield game. Grab is good. Edge guarding is good.
Joker can edge guard Luigi, and he has gun offstage. That's really about it. I don't think neutral is hard. When Joker does that typical stupid like gun and then jump gun up here, we could just back air him or not play the interaction. If he nairs on our shield, we can nair at his shield as well, or even up B, I think. Joker is just like one of the matchups where you want to really keep your distance. Like the way I play, you play my defensive playstyle against Joker, and even if he has Arsene, then you play the defensive playstyle or just like surprise with going. He's gonna get angsty and wanna really go in. I think he could also juggle Luigi, which also makes it favorable for him. But overall, I don't think the matchup is. It's either losing or even. That's what I think. Like it could be like between, if you know what I'm saying. If you coin Joker off stage, you can't recover. Is that true? I mean, even if you can, then like it's pretty hard. Yeah. Like if they try to edge guard you, you could reverse them that way. That's possible. It's funny. I think Hero is also even. Hero is just like he's a gimmick. That's what he is. He's just a gimmick. Something you should keep in mind is that he gets more MP when he hits your shield. He gets like when he hits your shield with an aerial and such, he gets more MP. And Accelerate is also kind of a problem in that matchup because of how fast he is, but you gotta treat it like Shulk's speed, where you don't really want to approach him. What else? You don't want to be afraid of his spells in this matchup. You don't want to be reluctant and hesitate a lot in this matchup. You just want to kind of make him suffer and go in. And if he tries to camp, if Hero's on the platform, then it should be fine. You just like, I know how to play the platform game well. I don't get platform camped. But yeah, I think overall in this matchup, it could be hard to deal with Accelerate, but you want to mainly anticipate his neutral B and his side B. His zap thing. With zap, whatever the hell it's called. Alright, so yeah, I think Hero is even, and I think Joker is also even. Last four. I think Rosa is losing. Could be even, I don't know, but so far I think it's losing. How do you go around his half charge side B? You could shield it, stay out of range, or just roll in under it and then dash attack him. But that's really what you want to do. Or you could full hop over it and then just like position. The
Hey,
ways
man.
to deal with things is you don't really want to punish things. Like if you want to deal with them, you could just simply do nothing and just like stay back and reset neutral. You just want to expect the side B and be ready for it. It's not something you could punish. Rosa, I think, is losing, but I don't think it's terrible. Like Cyclone in that matchup could help. Fireball, Luma. Rosa has a good offstage game against us, also a good ledge trap and a good juggle. So if we get sent into disadvantage, we're gonna have a hard time getting out. Luma has 40 HP, so it's basically just like, and also Rosa has disjoint, so like her Nair is pretty disjointed, could keep us out. That Luma is a problem. But a recent thing I learned that might actually make the match more even is the fact that if we dash attack Rosa and hit Luma or Cyclone or hit Luma with an aerial, like a back arrow, like a strong move, like up smash, Cyclone dash attack mainly, then Luma is in tumble. And when Luma is off stage, she dies when she's in tumble. And that kills, and that gets rid of Luma. Like Luma, like if we hit Rosa with a dash attack right here, and it's a fresh Luma, Luma gets hit, gets sent right here, she's just gonna fall down and die. Luma cannot act unless she hits the ground when she's in tumble.
He just learned this the other day.
I
by
learned
the way,
this the
everybody.
other day.
He just finally found this out after 5 years.
And and even when I didn't know that, I always thought the matchup was here, but the matchup could be here now that I know that. It could
Yeah.
be. It could
What
be.
I've been saying all along. The matchup is not bad.
Again, I don't know. It could, like I said, she has a really good advantage phase over us, which sucks. It sucks.
Dash attack or Cyclone dash attack?
But I do think the
What?
matchup is somewhat still bad. It's not heavy disadvantage, it's slight disadvantage because she has disjoints, she has Luma. Yes, dash attack or Cyclone, yeah, that sends Luma into tumble, and if that happens, you could just like up smash Luma and then back or kill Luma. When Luma's in tumble, Rosa cannot control Luma.
Aegis.
Aegis is low-key a slight loss.
I
Low-key.
agree.
But that's not what
I
God
agree.
says.
No, I think it's slight loss. I think realistically, the frame data is there, the edge guarding is there, the ledge trapping is there.
I don't even think Mythra is the problem in this match. I think Pyra is the problem.
Dude, I agree. I think Pyra's way more annoying than Mythra, 100%.
Or Mythra could be the problem. I don't know. They both have simple counterplays.
Nair and forward tilt and foresight are the things Mythra really has.
No, you don't really want to like engage in this match. Like, hold on, I actually want to see this. Hold on.
You should watch me versus Chase. Okay.
This
is from.
This is yesterday.
Oh, I want to see this set. I didn't even watch this.
This was 25 minutes? Bro, this set was 25 minutes. Just watch how I play around like Mythra.
Yeah, Space is good, but I don't think Space plays the matchup as well as he should. Not gonna lie. I think Lugi's very good at it. I just don't think Space is as good.
Spargo plays the matchup well though. And even if he
I
does,
agree.
like it's still like doable for Luigi. So, do you see all these disjoints he's fucking throwing out? It's fine, because I'm right here. Treat it like Belmont. Catching Mythra in the air could be helpful. Anti-air. And then comes out the Pyra. So you see, anti-air. Like, anti-airs are gonna help in that matchup a lot. What else? And Fireball. Thankfully, we could Fireball against Pyra, not against Mythra. I think this matchup is even when played right. Mythra does have a good juggle game against us. And can let's trap Luigi, but other than that, and also has disjoints in neutral. But like if you play the disjoints like how against her disjoints like how I'm doing, then it's doable. We also have the typical Zair downer against Pyra as well, and Mithra. And when Mithra does side B, hold on, I remember. Look at this. We can up B Mithra when she side B's like this. You see that? How you like that?
Pretty cool.
So that's another thing. So I think ages is even. So on Sparkle played against Elegant until he got banned, so he's super comfortable. Yeah, at top level, like I think Sparkle went 3-1. Pyra's too good for us. Pyra's only good at just pressure. That's really what Pyra's good at. If you let Pyra pressure you, then that's when it just feels bad. Pyra's pressure is too good. But if you keep your distance, you don't even have to keep your distance. If you could also just go on yourself and pressure Pyra yourself. Just go in, just do it. Now, last two. Game & Watch, dude, Game & Watch is so hard. I don't know why. Like, Monty makes this matchup feel so difficult. But it could be, even. It could be. I don't know. Chicken Blazing Out and Fireballs there and poor Luigi Mobile. Again, I've said this before. You don't want to always try to like hero side B. You don't want to punish anything. Like if she's doing Blazing End, then fucking woo, good for her. Good for her. Reset neutral. Bam. Whatever. That move is not that good. Game & Watch, dude. I don't know what I think about Game & Watch. Like I'm actually reluctant. It could be losing. It could be even. Could be losing. Could be even.
I think we lose. I think we slightly lose.
Because Game & Watch has a good offstage game against Luigi, and neutral is very challenging in that matchup. I don't even think juggle is the problem. I think neutral is the problem.
I think the fact that it's that challenging should tell us that it's not even. To be honest, that's one of those matchups where it's too difficult to call it even. It's too
I know.
Difficult. You have to play too perfect. It's not worth it.
We have to actually play perfect in this matchup. And Samus, I think Samus is either here or here. It's 2024. I think we could call it that. Samus, we can anti-air her if she's trying to like get away from us in the air. Bomb is reactable. She has a good less trap game against us and a good pressure. But we also when she's charging her neutral B, her charge shot, then like we could simply I think Rehan made a guide on this matchup actually. I didn't actually look at it. How to beat Samus. Okay, there it is. Impossible.
Playing as Luigi is it's obvious when you know, but when you don't know.
Right. See, this is right. You don't want to play mid range against Samus. It's either long range or close range against Samus. When you do long range, you feel safe. You could just do a typical fireball. Mid range is where she wants you to be because she has access to Zair, Fair, and neutral B pressure. And when you're close range, that's when you could make her feel overwhelmed and make your damage get your damage up if you get a Zair on her or a grab. And let's see actually.
Then it's normal to play farther, but it's obviously the close range. As Luigi in that matchup, you need to play the close range. Because if you play the mid range, you don't have access to your reward as much as you would if you were being close.
I can't hear.
And not only is it a question of reward, but also a question of pressuring your opponent. You need to understand that reward comes off after pressure as Luigi. If
you can't hold on here, I'll increase the thing. Oh wait, I'll just screenshot on the other thing here. MU solving.
You just go in. Say you see my mouse here. Say I was just going in all the way and do a grab or do a dash attack. That would be a rare burst option mix-up, but I should not be just going in with reward in mind. I should be going in with pressure in mind. And pressure is great because first
Yeah, see, this is right. You don't really want to be the one to go in this match. She's gonna make you feel like you have to, but that's not the way to go. Like, you have your Zaire to pretty much like find openings for you and dash shield to help you. But going in is not the thing you want to do or play mid range. He's right. Samus ledge trap can also be pretty hard, but you also have access to high recovery as well. And ledge trap is not like impossible like Belmont's. Like Belmont's is hard, not Samus. Samus is not that hard.
it's safer as you're not committing to be right on what you do. You do go in to pressure and cover areas without yourself committing all with the laggy attack. That's why pressure is mainly done with attacks and then movements, which allow you to condition your opponent. But that only works if you attacked him previously. Because if there is no attacks, then your opponent is not going to be scared of your movement, as they are not going to in the sphere. So you must always do attacks to then in the sphere into your movements. Because, yeah, I think you get it. So what you want to do is...
Let's see the mistake.
I had no reason to stay at the mid-range. I trap when I'm trying to remain close. Okay, and here is exactly where the first mistake happens. As you saw, guys, what I did wrong is stay at mid-range patiently. Here, I had no reason to stay at the mid-range. Here is where I'm exactly supposed to go in with a jump into fast fall back air, or jump into fast fall shield, or jump into I wait and I delay, and then I will punish if she grabs, whatever, okay? But here I need to like go in, even with a fair or a dash attack would be better than waiting here. Do not wait at mid-range here, okay? If you need to like get out and go here, that's fine as well.
Yeah, I was thinking just
But
like
do not
go on
stay
this platform
here. That's where you will lose neutral no matter what. Which is what happens, of course. Boom, immediately back onto her face. Look at this. So here, she wanted to do the tech chase with the missile. It was not a good idea from her. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. It was not a good idea. So directly, okay, boom, I get back into the fight with my fair, and here the good neutral starts again. So keep in mind, you always want to like be going in against her. Okay, here I actually take my time, okay, and that's okay because there is the bomb, there is the Zaire, and there is a few like charge shots coming in.
I think playing full hop as well in the matchup can help. Just playing in the air a lot. You don't always have to be grounded. I think playing the air, like full hop, is a lot better in the matchup than playing grounded. Because
So
I think she
here
wants you to be
definitely where-
grounded.
Yeah, she's kind of far. So
B.
when that happens, you know she's not gonna cross you up. So that's where.
But yeah, I don't. I think because like we always thought this matchup was bad. Like, but as the meta grew, I think this matchup is like becoming like better for us. So there's that. I think. Anyways, Samus is low-key even now. She has a good ledge trap, can pressure us in neutral, but you just gotta know like the range to play. You gotta know what is punishable, what is not. Gotta know the matchup. As for Ness, on the other hand, low-key, you know what? I think I might put Ness up here.
Told you.
I'll get that matchup figured out eventually. I think, like I said, I know he has dish runs. I know he has PK Fire and offstage game.
I think Zelda's slight losing. That's the only thing I would change.
Quiet.
Okay.
Any final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? This is our Luigi matchup chart for 2024. Alright, I think that's it.
Yep, that'll do it.
Ugh.
Yeah, guys, thank you for watching Kyorash, the Future of Smash, do his matchup chart.